Welcome everybody to the Rep Match Podcast, the Automotive Podcast where now my mic works. We're back.
Hey.
Everything else fucking worked. We were running flawlessly. My mic doesn't work, but we're good now. Everything's fine. Life is as it should be. We're all sober, which is weird. Put that shit on growth. It won't last long.
How it ends.
Yeah, and now we're not. Hey, look at that.
Perfect.
So we took a little break. The pod just so happened to coincide with July 4th, and we were all too busy blowing shit up, I assume. I was.
Yeah.
I was.
I ain't gonna lie about that. I was in bed by like 10 o'clock.
I know, I'm so old, bro. Like, it's just...
Well, I had to go to work the next day, and I'm like...
So did I.
Like,
Yeah.
It was fucking... First of all, you walk into a fucking fireworks shop in Texas, bro, they talk to you like you have a fucking degree in high explosives. You know what I mean? They're just like, this is 500 milligrams. This is 200. These are... I'm like, I don't know how big is the explosion? Like, is it going in the sky? Am I just blowing up my driveway? Like, how many fingers I'm going to lose? Yeah. By the way, the fireworks shop up the road is called the Missing Finger.
Dude, that's what I hate about Cali, bro. Like, I remember being a kid and like they'd set up fireworks stands for like a month at least before like 4th of July. Now you get like, I think it's like 3 days, 4 days at the most. And it's such the half-ass fireworks show.
It's baby fireworks.
Yeah, like... Bro,
I'll put it to you like this. I almost fucking burned my neighbor's house down. So, like, maybe not the worst thing in the world, you know? Like, because there's a lot of wind, right? So we're blowing them off in the street. And, like, these are going 30, 40 feet in the air. Like, they're decent size. And it's... Right? It's just like 30 or 40 of them or whatever. And it's just... I'm just watching the sparks in the air, and I'm like, that's not burned out, that's not burned out, that's not burned out, and it landed on his roof. You know what I mean?
Like, oh shit.
And I'm just kind of staring at his roof for the next 10 or 20 minutes, and Jess is like, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. Just keeping an eye on what the fuck's going on. Yes. Yeah, it's just, if it don't explode, it don't get my phone. There's a joke about presidents in there. I don't know. I can't put them together, but it's there. So I mean,
I don't want to be a grandpa, but I'm tired of like the bombs going off like
into the night.
It's like my dog, my 60-pound German Shepherd Husky, is a little bitch, and my 2 tiny ass cats are like, "Yo, let's go outside. Let's see who's blowing up." And my dog is like, "Why are you guys going outside?"
Yeah,
cats don't give a fuck, bro.
Don't leave me. Don't leave me, please.
Cats literally do not give a fuck if they live or die, because you know what I mean? They're invincible, bro. They fall out of trees. They're like, fucking whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll go back up on that tree tomorrow.
We'll do it again. I'm gonna show that tree who's boss. Yeah, no, it was like, you know, they're setting off fucking fireworks like 2 weeks before, and it's just, and it like they're still doing, like they set one off earlier, and I'm like, we're all freedomed out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like we're all done here.
Yeah,
and
it's been a week. It's you can put it away now.
It's been a week. I had a moment where I almost, like, I took the 3rd off, and this is at the point in time when I was, like, still really considering buying a Mustang as a daily driver, which you guys weren't here because we didn't have a show, but I really went down a fucking rabbit hole for a couple weeks. Like, that was happening. Bad rabbit hole. Bad. We'll talk about that. And so I was like, oh, I could get it on Monday and then do a burnout on Tuesday. Because America, I was like, I'll put fucking firecrackers under the rears and we'll light it off and just fucking go for it. And then, yeah. So yeah, I almost bought a Mustang. I went and looked at one. And I just realized that I was going to be the dude who usually buys my cars after I trade them in. Except I know that I don't build pieces of shit. And I don't know that guy didn't build a piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That shit was rough. It was rough.
And I'm like, so yeah, anyway, I go and look at this Mustang. It's like a 2019 GT Premium. It's got like 30,000 miles on it. It's pretty clean. It's black. It's got, you know, the performance pack. So it's got the mag right, and it's got all the shit that I would have wanted other than a digital dash, right?
Totally stock on the pictures.
Yeah, totally stock, dude. It's got fucking dubs on it and shit. It was a nice car. But so I walk up I called a guy before and I was like, hey, is this car still there? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, can you tell me anything about it? It's at a dealer in Dallas, right? A Chevy dealer in Dallas. And he's like, I didn't take it in. I don't know a ton about it. And I'm like, well, you going to be there tomorrow? He's like, yeah. I'm like, cool. I'm going to roll in the morning. Come take a look at it. He goes, cool. Because I had to work that day at like 2 or some shit. So I drive all the way the fuck out there. And the salesman introduces himself to me. And then he's like, hey, my coworker, he's like, I'm doing a commercial deal. My coworker actually took this car in on trade. Like, let me have him talk to you about it. And I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Like, I'd love to ask him some questions, whatever, right? So the kid that walks up to me, bro, is like 14 years old.
Perfect. Good start.
Good start. And I'm like, your homie traded this car in? He goes, yep. I'm like, cool. Now, mind you, the Carfax said it had a cam job done at the dealer. So some went ass over tea kettle, right? At some point. And it was owner 2, which would have been his homie. It probably floated a valve and fucking burned some shit up, right? Whatever. So I was already like a little sketchy, but I was like, hey, listen, if it's well built, is adult owned, like, you know, it's got low mileage, it's not driven a ton, you know what I mean? Like, there's a possibility this still makes sense. Get to the car, super sick. Basically everything I would have wanted done to it was already done. You know what I mean? Even had the MGW shifter, which is like a super notchy, like literally first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, like no movement whatsoever. Yeah, it was pretty nice. Fire it up, check engine light. And it's loud as fuck. Yeah, it's loud as fuck. And I'm like, what's the sell for? He goes, long tubes. And I go, I go, how do you sell it? Obviously, he's like, there's no cats on it. And you do still have to have cats in Texas. This is the thing. Like, it can't have a check engine light. All the monitors have to be running. Like, that shit has to be legit. So you can get away with it. It's just, it has to be tuned properly and everything else, right? Right. And I'm like, how do you sell it with no cats? He's like, you have to sign a waiver. I'm like, how do you get it safety inspected? He's like, we got a guy.
Nah, I'm good.
And I was like,
a Ford dealer?
Is that a Chevy dealer? He's like, you're in Dallas. He's like, you can get around it. And I'm looking at this kid, and I was like, I don't need to drive this car. He goes, no. I go, nope, I'm good. That's it. We're done. Like some fucking 24-year-old beat the fucking dick out of this thing. You know what I mean? Traded it in for a vet.
Oh, he's probably got some YouTube channel or some bullshit.
Yeah, he traded it in for a Stingray, an orange Stingray, right? And I'm just like, I don't need these problems. And now, mind you, this was a big waking up call for me because it was like I'd been looking at all of these like $36,000 to $40,000 Mustangs, and aside from a couple of them that were on the higher end that were basically stock, they were all kind of like this. They're lower, they have some wheels on them, whatever. I'm like, these bitches are probably all like this, dude. They're probably fucking all this type of shit. And that really just put me off the whole fucking thing. And it was just a thing of like, if I knew the person that built it, like we were talking about before, like if it was Kyle's car and Kyle was selling it and it was buying off Kyle, it's like, well, I know it's put together well.
Right.
I know it's been maintained. I know it's been driven properly. You know what I mean? Like, I know nobody's been a dickhead, but. So basically what I'm saying is don't buy a used modified car unless it's mine. In which case, I can promise you it was put together well. But just random fucking asses.
Don't buy mine.
Don't buy it.
But you could buy mine. Yep, I have an STI for sale.
I know.
It does.
You do still have an STI.
I do.
I know. Do you even drive that fucking thing anymore?
I'm waiting for the tags for it. I forgot to pay the registration, so tags are in the mail, but it's paid kind of shit. But
yeah,
I let it warm up and all that shit. Other than that, last time I drove it was probably like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
When was the last time you drove the GTR?
Well, the GTR is broken right now.
Got an issue.
What's broken? What'd you break?
Another coolant leak. But I did find it, so it was super fucking random issue. You go drive the car, run the car hard, beat the piss out of it, park it, would not leak, no issues. Come back 5 minutes later, fucking pool of coolant under the bottom of the car. Ooh. And then I finally was able to one time just sit there and catch it. I lifted the hood, and there was like coolant spraying out from like the backside of the head and like upwards. And I'm like, what the that makes no fucking sense. Like after it's stopped running, it hasn't been running for 2 or 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden a coolant leak forms. I finally found that on the very backside of the head, there's all these coolant lines, and one of the coolant lines that's rubber at the very bottom is like got this small little slit. So as it depressurizes, it probably opens up the little slit, and it's spraying coolant up and then it runs down the bottom of the car.
It's like as it gets hot, it'll close the leak, and then when the thing cools off, it'll yeah.
That sounds fun.
It's super
Yes.
fun.
Okay,
So I have to
the
find the
greatest
parts
part
for that.
about it is, you were out getting like brunch or something somewhere, or like you went to a car show? Because Sabir actually sent me a picture and was like, "Yo, send this to Mike," and he took a picture of Mike's car leaking coolant for me to tell him.
Cool, and like you always think that like a coolant leak, it's not going to be spraying up towards the hood; it's going to be leaking down to the bottom of the car. Like you don't. Like what
Yeah,
the
like,
fuck
what the
is
hell?
You've obviously
So-
never beaten the shit out of an old shitbox.
I mean, I have mine were just Hondas; so they didn't really break that much.
That's true. Yeah.
But yeah, no, I have to find the rubber hose now for that car. But that, I mean, I think I drove that car 2 weeks ago. Before I tried to like tear it apart and figure out what was wrong with it.
This is what concerns me about the possibility of like owning multiple vehicles, performance vehicles, is that they just stop getting driven. It's like if it's my daily, I will drive it because I don't have a fucking choice. You know what I mean?
Okay, so like I bought an Audi S4, right? And then
Oh yeah, Mike bought an Audi S4. Oh my god.
I bought S4.
The only person we know with an Audi S4.
Shut up. It's worth it. Shut your fist.
Damn straight. How you like the
but, like-
massaging seats on track?
Great. It was great actually. But like, you know, the Subaru has sentimental value to me and had to my wife as well. And so like he didn't want to sell it. I kind of was on the fence of selling it. But I'm like, we're gonna run into the same problem as I run into the GTR right now is are you going to drive it? I don't want to pay for this car if it's just gonna sit in my driveway or sit on the street and just sit there and rot. For me to go drive it every 3 weeks or whatever it would be before I got to it to be able to drive it, like so I'm like, no, we're not gonna keep this. I could keep it, but I don't.
It's like, it would be a different story if you own the car.
Even then, like I just because when cars, what happens? I mean, we all work in the automotive business. When cars sit around, they tend to have more problems than when they're good.
Yeah. Gotta get that old Italian tune-up in there every once in a while. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like so. You know, if I was really serious about it and was driving it, you know, 3 or 4 times out of the week versus.
I mean, but you
once-
could.
It's just
Once
not
you
as
go drive the
exciting.
S4, you
Dude.
go drive that.
Okay.
You're like,
Were you already gone when I went on E85?
Was I already gone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was way after.
Okay, you see, even Andrew just said, like, you don't understand until you drive that thing on E85. Like, it feels like it came from the factory that way.
I mean, I've driven fucking shit fast luxury sedans. I understand the appeal. Like, they handle amazing. They handle like they shouldn't, you know what I mean? And they're fast. They have luxury power. They surge. I'm sure it's even just more ridiculous when it's tuned up. You know what I mean? I get it. We used to have a E550 4MATIC when I worked for Tesla that I would just bomb around Compton all the time. And that thing was fucking dope. You know what I mean? Like, that thing was 500 and 500 horsepower, V8 all-wheel drive, naturally aspirated. Shit was dope, right? Like, I get it.
No rattles, no bumpy, no clunky.
Mm-hmm.
All perfect and smooth.
and that's the one thing. Like, I've been driving a lowered, modified, loud-ass Subaru for 8 years now, 9 years now.
Yeah.
Right, that's the other. Yeah, you had the gray one forever.
Yeah, and so like going and driving the S4 as like the daily for a week, and I went and jumped in the ST and I drove it to work one day, and like, fuck, that shit is rough, man. Like it you fucking bounce, you hear every fucking noise possible.
Well, you've
like,
got coilovers on it, and you know what I mean? Yeah.
It's not, you know, it's not a stock STI where that's actually semi decently comfortable. It's meant to go for a fucking race car.
Well, even then, it's got 10-year-old coils on it, right? Like, if you spent $3,000 and put brand new KWs on it, it would probably ride a lot nicer.
Story.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? But like, it's still gonna rattle. It's still a Subaru. It's not gonna not rattle. You know what I mean?
Well, and like I was talking to Andrew, is just like the S4 is effortless. Like you don't really, I mean, you light throttle and the thing has so much torque on the bottom end that like, dude, you're fucking past whatever you need to pass. Whereas the STI, dude, you have to work that car to make it go.
Well,
fast.
it's a turbo car.
Well, so was our S4 though, right? Our S4
but
is
it's
a turbo car.
but it's a completely different. You're talking old school rally engine, doesn't make any fucking power until 3,500 RPM, until modern twin scroll hot V, like whole, you know what I mean? It's just like, could not be any more different realistically.
So like, yeah, I'll miss the STI, but Yeah. I couldn't. I don't want to keep it. I don't want to save it because it's
I'm-
just money's down the drain.
Yeah. I think that like it's like that never meet your heroes thing, right? Like you've wanted a 400 wheel horsepower STI for so long, and then you built one. And you're like, it's the same car but faster.
That's not all it was cooked up to be.
It's just a faster it's still the same Subaru problems, right? It's still loud. It's still right. It's the same reason I got rid of my STI, dude. Even though I'm buying yet another Subaru. Yeah, but it's different.
Different purpose. It's
Different
purposes.
Well,
though,
different
right?
cars. It's different. It's just
Yeah.
completely different. But I'm buying a BRZ. Spoiler alert. But you know what I mean? Like whatever.
What
But
color is it? It's got to be something obnoxious.
oh, surely it can't be black for the 15th time in a row.
Yeah, I don't know how you drive black cars, bro. I'm driving nuts.
Like a fucking boss. Same way I swing this big old black bat. I just got it. It's aluminum. It's really nice.
It's because he's got the bald head, so he enjoys the shine that comes from sweating when he gets in the car after a
No,
hot day at
listen,
work.
listen. There's something about a very crisp, clean, well-built black car that is
When
menacing.
it's clean.
Yeah, which is impossible to keep. I understand, but when it's clean, black cars
Yeah,
are
they look fucking sick.
Oh,
they're
yeah.
menacing. You know what I mean? It's just like, and it's just like I don't like their white. The red would have been dope.
No, I feel like it's not that great on a BRZ. I
Mhm.
feel like it fits on a hatch.
The white, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The red would have been optimal, but like it's not a thing where you can like readily order these things. Like he's like orders were open. So I called the dude who I bought my Wilderness from. I was like, "Do you have any BRZs?" He goes, "Let me check." Orders were just randomly open for like an hour. He's like, "Oh shit, they closed again." And I was like, "How long were they open?" I was like, "How long has it been since they were open?" He goes, "Fucking 8 weeks or some shit," right? So I was like, "Damn." And he's like, "We have a black one and a white one coming in," and I'm like, he's like, "You want a manual, right?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Well, that's the black one." I'm like, "When's it supposed to be here?" He goes, "He's already in Dallas," and I'm like, "This is not a coincidence." You know what I mean? Like this is not.
Biggest negotiation you ever fucking did, buddy.
Yeah, and then I'm literally driving to go have them take a look at Jess's car to like evaluate it or whatever, and a black brand new BRZ drives by, and I'm like, well, that fucking settles it. So I went to the dealer. They're gonna give me what I want for her car. Pretty straightforward. So they put my name minus $500 for loyalty credit.
Hey, I mean that's what's up.
Oh, you
Can't
got
hear.
that for MSRP?
Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay.
That's tight.
yeah. I don't. That's why because I not gonna lie, I like the way the 86 looks a little better. It's very minor
Yeah.
shit. The grill's different. It comes with the spoiler rather than I have to buy one. But like, I don't have a hookup at Toyota. Like, I know this dude. It's the same fucking car. I'm gonna change the spoiler anyway. Fucking gives a shit, right?
I mean,
Because that
Subaru built the product.
it's a Subaru. It's a Subaru.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So the only difference is the chassis tuning. It's kind of a bummer because they just announced the Treno, which is like the Hachiroku, and it's got Brembos on it.
Hey, girl.
But that's probably another $4 or $5 and like I'm not spending 37 grand on a fucking BRZ.
And you're not gonna use it that way.
It's a daily.
And if you take it to the track, you take it to the track stock, and it's gonna be fun the way it is.
I'm not taking it to the track until I get a new oil pan for it.
No, you don't want to have low oil pressure going around
Yeah.
those right turns.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so that Timmy obviously knows. So that turns out that is actually the problem. It is an inherent oiling issue with long right hand sweepers. It will starve the pickup and then blow the right side. So and then Subaru won't honor it. The salesman's like, we take care of you because they're big with like, they're big into the local Subi community out here. Like like Kraken Motorsports, who's like the big shop around here, is really hooked up with 5-Star, and like they do all this shit together, and they do car shows there with Subi Club and all that shit. And he's like, we take care of you. And I was like, I'm not really fucking willing to risk that because you guys don't make that decision. Subaru does. You know what I'm saying?
Go fuck yourself. Yeah.
Exactly. So I was
if
like,
you want to put in writing that you're going to Goodwill a motor if my shit goes,
exactly. Then fucking send
good.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down. Let's
But
do
until
this.
then, I'll wait until the $300 oil pan comes out, and I will just put it on when I need an oil change and fucking move on with my life, you know? And like, dude, you can put fucking STI Brembos on it if you really, you know what I mean? Like, not even the new ones. Like, if you get one off of like a 15 or older, which nobody wants because they're not the big green ones.
for like $800 for a whole.
Yeah,
day.
exactly.
It's cheap.
Yeah, so it's like if I ever really feel like I need more braking, I can do it without spending $4,000 for a factory product. And like I don't, the two-tone white and black.
I think I even saw a pair of the big ones that I have on mine for like $2,000 for the whole set.
I mean, it's a lightweight car. It's
Doesn't need it. Yeah, I don't need a 6-piston caliper. You don't need a
fuck
6-piston caliper on that car. So
you're not fucking cracking your goddamn rotors.
no, and it's like dude, like so they're.
Can you tell I'm upset?
Did you actually crack your rotors?
Yeah. They're fucking
we'll get to his track day.
Yeah, we will get to the track day.
We had some fun.
But yeah, it's just like
I'm excited you're getting a BRZ.
I think it's cool. It's something different. Like nobody, other than Mike's fucking GTR that doesn't run. Like nobody has it. I mean, and Jamal. Well, Jamal drives two doors, but like I haven't had a 2-door car in like 10 years.
No, and I would love to have one. If it was justifiable to get like a new car as my daily, that was an option I was looking at, and I just couldn't justify getting a brand new car.
Yeah. No, I got you. No, this is, I mean, like, the payment will be pretty close to the same to what we're paying for Jess's Outback anyway. So it's like insurance may go up a little bit, but it was probably going to go up no matter what, just going to buy something newer. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, super convenient though that you can take the new gen Outback, which has the new turboed engine, and you essentially traded in the Outback you already had for a better Outback.
Yeah. I mean, it's all just kind of, it just kind of works out. So I'm stoked, you know what I mean? But it's funny because it's like the car is like 240 horsepower or some shit, whatever. And there's like so the HKS blower I was talking to you about, it's like, oh, now it has 280 horsepower. It's like a 60 horsepower bump or some shit. But I'm just like, you know what, man? So it's like 5 Gs, right? Which is not crazy expensive when you really consider it. But I'm like, dude, do you really need more than that in a fucking BRZ? Like I think we've had that conversation on the podcast. No. Like that car with 300 wheel horsepower is perfect. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it doesn't need anything more than that. It's fucking perfectly fine. So,
I mean, you can compare it to an S2000. The S2000s had 240, didn't they?
Yeah, they're great cars.
An extra 60 horsepower, and that is how it should be.
Yeah, it's just like a little bit bigger, nicer Miata. You know what I mean? That's really all it is. Yeah. And I think I'm at that point in my life now where like, I'm trying to get back into drifting, and if I do go to a track, like I'm not trying to push some fucking 600 horsepower monster around. I just want to go have fun. You know what I mean? So I think I'm just getting old, and I'm just into slow car fast now. You know what I mean? Like I'm just, it's like let's just tone everything down a little bit. Can we just fucking? It's gonna hurt my back if I fucking throttle this thing too hard.
Yeah, if you want to tone it down, don't go for a ride with Tim on track. Just gonna throw it out there right now. Don't ever go for a ride with Tim on track.
Did you ride right seat?
Yeah.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. I think too.
It wasn't. It's not bad. I mean, it's, and this is a testament to Tim. Tim is out driving the tires that are on that car. Like he.
Oh, for sure.
Like we got pictures of Isaac, and the whole fucking sidewall just is like flexed and like screaming through the fucking turn. I mean, his car sounds like Chewbacca when you're fucking going through a turn, goddamn near, because it doesn't slow down enough. It's as he's going around this turn, tires just screeching like a motherfucker.
I love how you tried to make the noise, and Discord was like, "No, we're not gonna hear."
Okay, fuck.
So like, Isaac said that he was standing next to the flag lady. They let him go up and take pictures on the flag on the tower. And he said every time that she came or I came around, she was just like, ooh, ooh.
Jesus Christ.
I'm trying to get the picture where I'm on my wheel. There it is. All right, sent it to the podcast.
Okay, let's see what we got here. No?
Yeah. Timothy.
The Rev Match podcast.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm trying to figure out. There we go.
Should I send other photos of mine and Mike's cars? Do you want to put up other stuff?
I mean, whatever. Whoa, yeah, that looks like you're just rolling on your rim, bro.
I mean, that's probably the answer of how I damaged my rim last time. It was probably...
You beat up your rims too?
Just one. Just the passenger right last time I was at track.
Yeah.
It curved
it's
around
for sure.
the entire thing.
Yeah,
Um,
boy needs a harder
sidewall or a smaller rim.
Sabir's in talks of hooking me up with some cheap wheels, some cheap 18s, and I was looking at getting Maxxis racing slicks for it because they're only like $1,200 for a set of slicks, and there's good reviews for them. From what I found, I don't know.
You should
I
hit
don't
up
really know.
fucking Gurney, bro. He's got that lace up with
Uh,
Koenig.
That's true.
Oh, that is true.
And if you want $1,000 set of wheels, you can beat the shit out of. It's not a bad way to go.
That's
That
what's
is
on
very-
the STI.
Man,
I'm thinking of putting some on the BRZ.
I need.
It's that, or I'm gonna ball out and do Sierra Kawamis because I really want some. But other than that, yeah. I think that's. I mean, that's not a terrible move. I think it's stiffer sidewall. I think it's smaller wheel, dude. Plus, there's the reduction in unsprung weight alone.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, BBSs are nice, but they're a smidge heavy.
Are those 19s or 20s?
Those are
19.
19s.
Yeah.
And they're perfect. I'm just too fast for the tire. Too much push for the tire. The heat was unfortunate. Like
Yeah, the heat was
my
a little
car
brutal.
was not breathing. I had tons of coolant overheating warnings. It was the 5 mile track too, so I'm beating the shit out of it, and then halfway through the lap every single time. Every time I'm like getting a flying lap and I'm like about to do a PB, like coolant temp too high, calm your shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh, cool, okay.
So we're gonna go now. We're gonna do bigger radiator.
Yeah. I was catching, Mike and Isaac were watching. I was catching not only a Viper, a new gen Viper, right? That was a newer one.
But not
And,
not an ACR or anything, I'm sure.
No,
right?
no.
No.
And but a McLaren 720S. Oh, dude, I was reeling that.
No, it
And
wasn't
he wasn't a
7,
bad driver.
It was a 570.
I was
I
gonna
think
say.
that was it a 570?
It was a 570.
Oh, well.
If it's not like a million miles long, it's still a
You know,
McLaren.
Yeah.
Clear.
I was reeling that motherfucker in, and then I had coolant temp too high, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna calm down. I'm not gonna hurt the car.
That's gonna be. Is that an electronic thermostat or like an actual?
Pretty sure
I
it's
don't know.
electronic.
Yeah. So, I wonder if you can tune that out to open earlier.
Yeah, that would be nice. I could have 034 do like some custom tune for it since they know I'm racing the car. But I mean, with the sway bar change, and so I put front and rear sway bar on it, put subframe inserts, and I think my
Solid?
rear differential insert. Oh, dude, it's
No, like you put solid aluminum bushings in there, or are they just like Delrin or something?
oh no, like inserts.
No, I know, but were they?
It's basically you take the mount
Andrew
out
said
and
not solid.
you put them in, and it just strengthens
Thank
the
you.
whole mount. It's not a. Yeah,
It's not a collar, yeah. So like
No.
okay, gotcha.
So like
Yeah,
I
'cause-
bought one for my transmission mount, and
Uh-huh.
literally there's a bracket that holds the mount in. And you pull it down, and like the top of it's only probably like, I don't know, half an inch. The 034 was like a full inch and a half, so it went further up into the mount to try to stiffen the transmission from shifting back and forth.
Got it.
So I have all those. I did upper control arm adjustables, and then took the car to 034's service shop in San Jose and had them do an alignment on it. And dude, the fucking turn in with the sway bars is like, it is no joke.
Sway bars
it's
are
on
dope.
Rails. Oh yeah. It's funny because like braking from like 120 miles an hour, the car's just like whoa, and it's way unsettled at high speed braking.
Still now.
I mean, like, if you know how to control it, like, it's fine. It's just way different than stock. I mean, stock braking, like, it's braking. But now that the sway bars, the car has no body roll whatsoever. So when you brake at a high speed, it just wants to wiggle.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, that's probably. I wonder if that's just like a bias program.
I don't know how that would work.
It's
And
like
you said hairpin turn feels like the car's folding on itself. It's way different. Like,
It's that
the
all-wheel-
sway
dude.
bars are the way.
really smart all-wheel drive systems are like. You know, this is it. It's that same reason where it's like you just don't turn the traction control off anymore. You know what I mean? It's like.
And speaking of that, I turned traction control fully off for the first time, and It was fucking sick.
Was it?
I mean, it was. Oh yes. I mean, it made the car. It made it lively and super responsive because it's not like fighting back at
Right,
all.
right.
And it was good. It was fun. There was a couple times that I definitely almost slid off track. I mean, I've probably went off track like 4 times and like just right back on because there's so much room out at Thunder Hill. But there was was it with you that we came to the top of the hill when going over to the other track, and like I went to make my left turn and just like the tires were like nope, and we just started sliding towards the edge. I was like, what the fuck? And then it caught and we went. It's like, okay, we're alive. It's fine.
Yeah.
That weight transfer, bro. You got no weight on the front end as you come over the hill. It's like, where are we going? What are we doing?
I was
the fuck you think you're going?
Moment for a second there.
Yeah.
That was sick, and then definitely too hard on the brakes. I mean, too hard on the brakes for the quality of brake. I guess I'm braking late because I want to be as late as possible, and after I got off track each time they were smoking, so I would go on a fucking drive down the road to cool them off, but they were fucking smoked. I mean, they are heat spotted all over and multiple cracks everywhere. So it is not ideal.
You're gonna fucking, Timmy's gonna go down this fucking rabbit hole, and next thing you know, this thing's gonna have 911 brakes on it, and it's just gonna be like this fucking whole, how many Porsche parts can I throw on my Audi? Fucking.
Well, I mean,
I want
you might as
brakes.
Oh, you might as well hit up Kyle's, buddy. I mean,
I don't have that money. The fuck?
Yeah, he don't have Pete money yet. It was obviously Timmy, Lenny. It was 4,000% Timmy. What are you talking about? Timmy's tracked that car like 5 times.
Yeah.
It was Mike's first time. Timmy's shit's all tuned up. Mike's is sort of tuned up.
Not even close, dog. It's not even close.
Yeah.
That's literally my first track day, like ever. Like
Ever?
being able to go out on track. Like we've been to the Porsche experience ship. That's not a track day. Like
It's not your car.
They put you in like scenarios where this is like, hey, we're gonna give you an instructor. He's gonna take you out for 2 sessions. He's gonna give you some advice. Listen to his advice, and then we're just gonna let you go for it.
And then you're out on your own.
Yeah, and like so the instructor was hella cool. Like, I had an idiot that I was with, and he didn't get a fucking wristband when he checked in, so he couldn't get on track the first time. Fucking dumbass. But like the instructor and I, we went out and like I just followed his line like you normally do, and just try to learn the pace. And then like by the second session, he kept telling that dude to drop back because we were trying to go faster, and like so we just took off. And like Timmy's right, dude. That S4 is just fucking capable. Like it.
It's like if
Dumb.
you're not doing what I'm trying to do and you're not trying to push as hard as fucking possible, like just a regular drive around the track in S4 is very fun.
Yeah.
It's super enjoyable. It's super easy to drive. And like, even when, I mean, we've all driven Quattro cars, and like when it starts to give and like slide a little bit, like you get a little scared, but then it just like regrips and like it's no problem. I slid around multiple turns with no I was totally scared to turn off traction control because like I'm going fucking fast, and I was not ready to spin out, especially on negative 2.9 camber. You guys know I don't know alignment shit.
Yeah.
But Andrew was like, be careful because you don't want to spin out with something you're not used to, and no problem whatsoever. I mean, a couple rear end slide outs, but how it was supposed to slide out. That was a blast, man. I need better cooling.
Yeah. I think it's good. It's good to find the limits of grip without going ass over tea kettle, because you'll know what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like that's
right.
That's the big thing. It's like you'll know, you can recognize the signs. You'll know the car a lot better, and you can save yourself from fucking rolling it.
Right.
Dude, it's not that. It's honestly, people underestimate how easy it is to roll a car. It is not that hard to roll a car, especially on a track. Because if you go off and the wheel clips, the car's going ass over tea kettle. It's just it's going to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
you're not gonna have a good time. No pizza when you're supposed to French fry.
Engine cooling or mission?
Are we fucking making ski jokes right now? That's just.
It's Letty. What do you expect?
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Timmy. Because he said don't pizza when you're supposed to French fry. You're talking about tracking your German car. This podcast is getting entirely too Caucasian. We are going to have to hood it up. We're just gonna get some fucking. I'm gonna get some fucking lowrider dudes in here just to east this shit up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, fucking Christ. The car looks good, dude.
Thanks.
Does yours have a different front end, Mike?
Yeah.
He's got the RS grill. Okay, but here's prime example of how much that suspension works. Mine's stock ride height, and it looks like Timmy's when it's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
When it's putting it
Isn't
through
that
its
crazy?
paces.
That's how much suspension that car is using while we're going through it.
That's wild.
My tires look tough as fuck, and they're not.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a lot of weight. It's a heavy car, right? They're like pushing 4,000. Is it more than 4,000 pounds?
4,800.
That's actually not bad. That's not bad.
Not for the power that we're putting out in the cars with the P85 tune, but it gets.
I'm just saying from sheer size, like it's a decent size. It's a decent sized car with a bunch of sound ending and like fucking massage seats and all the other shit to be sub 4.
Dude, yeah. There's
What did you run?
time wise,
Yeah.
329. So professionals, the novice driver is supposed to run like a 335, and the fastest guy on track, and I'm assuming he's like the fastest guy around Sacramento. I watch all his videos to get my lines and all that.
Oh, the
Gary
S2000.
from Elite Performance with the yellow S2000 did a fucking 259.
Holy shit.
So to put this in
Dude.
perspective, which makes me, well, I mean, I was overheating. I need new tires and stuff. When I did Thunderhill West last time, I did a 126.9 and Gary did a 118 is what his best time that he has on YouTube. So I was only 8 seconds away. On the fucking 5 mile, he did a 259. We watched, okay, I got a perfect video to send that you
What does he
should put
have
up.
in that car?
I mean, it's a global time attack car.
Oh, okay, so it's a fucking like race car.
Yeah.
Yes, it is a
there's
real
no streaming
race
in that
car.
He trailers it to the track.
Yeah.
So this video I have is literally when they did the SF challenge. So basically the time attack challenge while everybody else is just chilling. And Gary's in front and everybody leaves together. And oh, is it not going to come through? Everybody leaves together. And by the time that like they come back around to the other side of the hill, coming back from the other side of the track, I mean, you'll watch Gary come down and just watch how long it takes for the next car to come.
He's cooked that fucking Apex. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah. And here's this guy. I mean, they started next to each other. They started like go.
And that's the lead instructor dude of the group that we were running with. So the Lexus was
Bro,
not
he's
fucking
all the
slow.
way down the fucking other side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
We just watched him go like this.
Oh yeah. Literally.
Like
You
it
could
was
just see the gap. Just
it was nothing.
That's
It
fucking
was
wild.
absolutely nothing for him to run it like that.
yeah. It was.
Stop
It was
playing,
wild
making
how
sounds.
fast
There we
that
go.
guy is. Boom.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Fast as fuck. Yeah, that shit was wild. But I need better cooling. Need my next purchase is gonna be the 034 Motorsport J-hook rotors that they offer, because you can just replace the rings, and
Oh, is it?
All
It's
day.
a two piece.
it's a two piece. Yeah.
Yeah, with the top hat, and you got to do the safety wire and all the shit. But yeah, I got you.
Yeah, so I'll get those. Andrew's bitch ass wants me to get an 810. I'm already too fast. I don't need more than 500 horsepower. Like, I'm good. You can be the 810 guy. I'll hook you up.
Jamal, guess what?
He doesn't know yet.
He said chicken butt. This fucking guy. I said you missed all the Audi talk. You came in at the perfect time.
Oh, we can keep going.
I know you could at great length, whether we wanted you to or not.
So I guess the M2 competition comes with extra. Getting the competition comes with all the extra cooling, extra oil coolers, and extra radiators. Where the fuck is that for me?
You have an S4.
There's nothing about cooling anywhere.
Bitch, nobody but you and Mike look at S4s and think race car. Nobody. Nobody. Not a single person. Literally no one.
I
Just
just want to be fast, boy.
then buy a race car. Speaking of which, Jamal, put my name down on a BRZ. It's gonna be here this week.
7-Eleven and
Oh my god.
Yep. We're going back to our roots. I'm doing super light, naturally aspirated rear-wheel drive. Listen, it's good on gas. It does donuts. It does burnouts. Fucking whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh yeah. It's not a bad car.
no,
at
no.
all.
And like, if I want to go swing it around the neighborhood or some shit, I can. You know what I mean? So it's fucking.
I've been in the car with my buddy Kelly and like a bone stock one, and he's driving it. Like I was like, dude, what did you do to this? He's like, oh, nothing. This is one of the cars from my job.
Yeah.
Like what? He's like, yeah, I'm gonna replace the tires in the morning before everybody shows up. But
It's just like the thing about a BRZ is like, which we've all heard the saying, like, what is it? A low horsepower car, like you can use all the fucking horsepower
all the time.
and have no problem.
Yeah.
And like Mike's instructor was driving a brand new BRZ, and once like the instructor feels that everybody's being totally fine, like, bye.
Yeah. And he's just out.
He's gone. And it's like, but I thought I was faster than you, power wise.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. Because he doesn't have to brake, like, ever.
No, he just like, yeah, we're good.
It's like, did you see the video I sent in the driver's chat earlier? So it's an SCCA race, right? Just like a, kind of not spec, but like everybody's like, it's like a world time.
It's
so it's a
Bathurst.
Yeah, Bathurst. So it's a red Civic hatch, Jay, right? And then it's like, fucking, what was behind it? There was like a GTR, like an R32. There was like an E36 BMWs and like all this other shit. And this fucking Honda is just like on their fucking asses, dude, through like the windy section. And he gets around the Beamer, which was in front. And he pulls such a lead through the windy section that by the time they get to the straight, he's like 7 car lengths ahead, bro. He's just fucking like screaming, holding, and they catch up to some degree, but it's like, and I was like, I'm watching that and I'm like, dude, I like momentum cars. They're fun. They're really fucking fun to drive. You know what I mean? And like,
what was so sick is he came out but at the top of the windy section, he came out on that dude's fucking ass, just getting all the drag he could get.
Yeah.
And then as soon as that guy was too pussy to frickin' brake late, he just frickin' gone.
Yep.
Just stepped right by him. Like, okay, have a good time.
You're not gonna outbrake an 1,800 pound car. You know what I mean? Like you're just
one that doesn't really need to brake anyway.
You're right. Oh, and he had a big ass wing on the back. Like he had all the aero. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
yeah, he's braking because they're in the way. Like you guys are in the way. That's why I'm touching my brakes.
Or it's like I just need to put a little more weight on the front for this hairpin, real quick. Let me just
right.
Turn it.
Yeah.
Let me just set it up a little bit better, and then all right, here we go.
And he came so fast into that section too, because that's a sketchy section. You mess up that corner, you're going into a wall, and it's going to be a 5-car crash.
Bathurst has like 3 really unforgiving sections of the track.
Yeah,
You
and
know
2
what I
of them are right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a sick track.
That's why he's in a Civic.
Yeah, fuck it. Throw it in the gutter, go get
Right.
Pull all the shit off of it. Shit, I wish. It's not even true anymore. Fucking EG hatches are like 18 grand now.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, those were my choices, dude. Were new BRZ or 30-year-old Integra Type R. So
you might have to go down to Mexico and pick up a Civic.
Dude, for real, dude. Yeah, it was just like, fucking Lenny, cut it short and let get Slurpees. It is 7-Eleven day, isn't it? Dude, I haven't had a fucking Slurpee.
I haven't been to 7-Eleven in so long.
Lenny, did you go to that Super Drive meet for the slushies?
I saw that. Yeah, there was some cool shit there. There was a lot of like new Z's. Nice. Speaking of which, other cars I looked at.
Valves.
Every dealer
can't get one.
Every dealer in Texas is throwing 20 G's on it.
On what?
The new Z.
It's just depressing, man. Like, if you just mass produce the fucking car and sell it at MSRP, they will take over the market. I know you don't want to, but that will literally.
But it's not on Nissan. It's on the dealers. It's the problem. It's the whole thing with thing with the dealer model, where the dealer can set the pricing, right? You can't.
Well, yeah, but there's not. It's not mass produced. A BRZ, you can find a BRZ somewhere, but the Zs are hard to find. You're not going to have 5 at one dealer.
These are the first 2 they've had in the last 4 months.
The first two BRZs.
They're not.
Yeah,
They're,
BRs like FRSs are everywhere. BRZs are a little bit harder to get your hands on.
I don't know why either. They're almost the same. The interior on the Subaru is still a little nicer than it is in the BRZ, but
I think Toyota is more willing to throw a ton of money at mass production than. I mean, Subaru is a mass production company as well, but I don't know. It's always been.
it
Toyota.
is different because it's just Toyota is like, Subaru is a lot of fucking SUVs. There are a lot of crossovers now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, so
there's not a lot of people that like. I mean, you got to have somebody who already owns like an Outback or something, and be like, oh, I want something fun. Hey, Subaru makes a BRZ.
have we met?
Most people looking,
Right.
most
Right.
people looking at that are buying the GT86. The only people buying the BRZ are people that are like Subaru loyal customers that believe in the Subaru more than the Toyota. Otherwise, everyone's buying an 86. I've seen so many 86s in Elk Grove and like
My buddy has
4 or
one.
5 BRZs.
Well, and isn't there like a price difference? Isn't the BRZ more expensive?
It's like
than
2Gs
the-
more. It's
Yeah.
2Gs more, and it's all in the interior. Like it's all the
It's
interior.
only
Like,
2Gs.
I think it's.
Yeah.
I remember when they first came in. I think they were like 10 Gs more.
that's probably just
it
Subaru
was
markup.
like $4,000. It was the original ones were like $4,000 more expensive. You could get a brand new FRS and 86 back when they first came out for like 22 grand, and a base
Yeah.
model BRZ was 26.
Yeah. Okay.
So they were like $4,000.
But they were marking them shits up so high because it was like, oh yeah, I have one BRZ, but I've got a gang of FRS.
Well,
If you want that BRZ, you can spend 22 or 32 for it, and people were buying them shits.
Well, it's. I think too. It's like Subaru had never done a rear-wheel drive car, so it was kind of a gamble, right? Like, are people going to buy this thing? Especially when there is a cheaper variant, and the interior was nicer enough than the FRS to make enough people buy it. I think, and that's why these are a lot more like consistent. But, dude, like, you can tell that like some of the components are like not the top of the line. The screen isn't glossy. It's like that anti-glare thing, which is always kind of indicative of like not a super crisp display, right?
Yeah.
But it's like it's got heated seats. It's got a digital dash. It's got suede sport buckets that are fucking super nice. If I'm being honest, there's some comfortable ass seats in that car, dude. It's got a really like Honda-esque clutch. It's very light and it's really high engagement. Like, it fucked me up. Like, I was waiting for it to grab and it wasn't. And I was like, what the fuck? He's like, pull your foot out of it. And I was like this far from the end of the throw, it grabs.
They had one there for you to drive?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was a sold unit, so I got to put it around the lot, but like that was it. But yeah, it was just, I mean, it's just a nice little car. It's a nice little car. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't feel bad about spending 30 G's on it, 33 G's or whatever, but it's like, I was telling Jess this morning, it's like shit I haven't thought about because I've bought bigger cars. It's like the cup holders are in like the center storage area.
Yeah.
So you don't have a center storage area. So there's
Is
just
it like the old ones where you can remove the cup holders?
no, it's just like fixed in there.
Okay.
And then like it has CarPlay, but it's not wireless because obviously, right? But the USB port is where the flappy joints are.
Oh, come on.
Yeah,
Really?
So it's just like
fucking kidding me, dude.
and this is like a huge thing with BRZ owners. They're like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So like they're all buying these little 90-degree USB adapters because if you close
I've seen that.
yeah, if you close the thing over it, like it eventually fucks the cable up and then the Apple CarPlay will disconnect all the time. So it's just quirky little shit like that. But like most non-luxury sports cars have some quirks like that. You know what I mean? Like that.
It's an issue with your car, okay? Apple CarPlay doesn't work because the car.
I mean, dude, like Bluetooth flat out didn't work in my first STI. Like I raised hell and they were just like, they're not going to fix it. And I'm just like, okay.
Sweet. Thanks.
Okay.
Why do I have a fucking warranty? It's bullshit.
It's fucking bullshit. But yeah, other than that, man, it's cool. We'll fuck with it. We ride with it until I get bored, and then I'll get rid of it.
Pretty much.
This is number like I don't know 14. I don't even know how many cars I've owned at this point.
It's fine.
It's
what we're
fine.
supposed to do.
It's supposed. Yeah, it is what we're supposed to do. But yeah, man. What about you, Jay? What's been going on with you? How'd your Freedom Day go?
God, what did I do? That was a long time ago.
Bitch, that was 7 days ago.
Dude, fucking busy. I do not recall 7 days ago right now.
Oh, that's true. Your backyard's demolished, so
Yeah.
look at you being an adult, spending money on your
Uh,
house. The only improvement is
yeah.
home improvement. We ain't working on cars. We landscaping. Well, welcome to the Lawn Match Podcast.
You're right. Right.
Yeah, it really is. It's just going to be a bunch of old fuckers talking about cars they don't have time to drive anymore.
Dude, I'm looking at like, well, it's funny because it's still like in there. So like, I'm at a nursery looking for like trees and shit for the goddamn raised bed, and I'm like, checking out dudes F-150 Raptor that's parked there, and I'm like, okay. I was like, you work here? Like, all right.
That was too long of a pause. You're like, I was checking out dudes, and then there was also two Raptor.
Because there was a couple of ones that we went to. One they had a God, just a gigantic ass Dodge Ram. I don't even remember. He like had no emblems on it. It was fucking dually like unnecessary. I was like, what are you guys like? Are you taking these big ass trees around in these trucks? But that was like the only car thing I got to do. Was like, oh,
Look at other dudes' trucks. In a
little
nursery,
bit,
nursery. What have we become, bro? This is the most
Right.
depressing episode. I fucking swear to God. We got two guys tracking sports sedans because they can't bother to not have cooled seats and massages while they're on the track.
Actually, we don't have cooled seats. You got us there.
don't
If we
fucking
want the
care.
massaging seats, you
Hey, who's
don't
got
get the
cooled seats?
I used to have cooled seats. They have massaging seats. They don't have cooled seats. Cooled seats are dope though. Cooled seats post gym.
But
Like-
massaging seats on the track.
Massaging seats after the gym. Let me just say.
Like, who are we? What is happening? Like, I'm having an
Right.
existential meltdown right now. Like,
The only thing that I can say about me getting an S4s is at least I got a good deal on it because I got a screaming ass lease for an employee lease deal. I mean, that's
they do
really
give
one of the-
employee leases. Yeah.
They just started this back. Like they didn't for the longest time with COVID. They were not giving really great employee lease deals, and like that's I was just curious because my coworker was getting a new car. She's getting an SQ5,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh hey, that white S4 looks nice, but like we're just curious, like what is the lease on that for an employee? And they came back, they're like, yeah, it's $500 a month. I'm like,
Like what?
is it?
Excuse me?
I'm sorry, what? For that? Are you serious?
That's a
So-
ton of car for $500 a month.
Right.
Yeah.
So we looked into that, and then we ended up actually getting because they had screaming deals on the SQ5s. We got Dana that blue SQ5 too.
That shit is sexy.
Did you guys just double up?
Yeah,
Well,
sounds like it.
I basically cashed out the equity in the cars that we had because we had about $5,000 in the Tiguan, and once I sell the STI, I mean, there's probably
Once he sells it.
10 to 15 in that car.
Once he sells, you think so?
Even if I put it back to stock and I sell it private party, I can still probably sell it for
What you owe on it, if not a little more.
way more. The guy, dude, I almost owned the gray car when I got rid of it. So
Oh,
there's all kinds of equity in that, and then there's just been equity in the STI because I didn't really own anything on the gray car.
that makes
So
sense.
I'm just sitting on this equity, and if I put it back to stock and sell all the parts, I mean, there's even potential for more money at that point, right? Maybe not, maybe so. I don't know. We'll see.
That's my favorite shit. Like, that's my, like, this is the lightweight, like, it's not really a flex, but that's my favorite thing about, like, being really picky about buying shit is you can really, like, bro, I haven't put money down on a car that, like, actually came out of my pocket.
In a minute.
I think I threw $1,200 down in the black STI just to get the payment where I wanted it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I threw 5 racks on my first STI in 2015. And I've just been kind of riding that money out this whole time. And I've been through like 7 cars since then, you know?
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true.
If you can, if you can buy right and you can stomach a payment, like you can drive some cool shit without killing yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I've gotten to buy and mod cool shit without really, you know, doing anything. I didn't go to college, bro. Fucking, you know what I'm saying?
What's that?
What is that? I don't know.
I've
Don't
got
get this.
that
Don't take this the
down.
wrong way, Timmy. But you look like the type.
I feel it.
Yeah,
I'm a-
Timmy,
I'm
you
a-
look
hey,
like you went
I'm a dropout.
Nebraska or some shit like that.
He's from Nebraska. Utah State, baby.
Oh
Northwestern.
my gosh, Utah State.
I went to BYU.
Right.
Oh, go Soaks.
Oh my.
You guys ever docked before?
That's an entirely different. I told you that in confidence.
Excuse me?
That was supposed to be a secret to me.
Sorry.
Dude, there's been like
All right,
fuck
Tim,
all
what-
going. No, go. Jim, I'll go.
Oh, my bad. What were you talking about the Olympic Volkswagen? What was that?
He's talking about his
because-
Audi because of the
Because
rings.
they have rings.
Yeah.
We are the Olympic Volkswagen.
Aren't you really disappointed that you asked the question now?
Dude, do you know? God damn! Like you're lucky you don't live in the same part of California as me. I'd slap you in your face. I spent I don't know how long today, like Googling like 2024 Paris Olympics Volkswagen official car, and I was like, motherfucking Toyota's the official car of the Olympics. Why the fuck this asshole saying Volkswagen? Some goofy ass
God.
emblem on the back of your car.
Oh, God.
It's just
The actual Audi rings look like the Olympics.
If you move it, it looks like the
I don't know what's funnier, how fucking stupid Timmy's joke was to begin with, or the fact that it flew over your head for hours. This is it. The podcast is peaked. We should wrap it up.
It's been a great night. Oh
Make sure
man.
you like and subscribe.
Subscribe. This is it. No, we're done. This is the last episode. We're ending it here. We're never gonna get better than this.
No more.
Can't believe
This-
that shit.
Oh my god, it's so fucking good, dude. Oh, dude.
That was good shit.
No, but yeah, there's like, yeah. Talk, please.
What a
I
motherfucker.
mean, I was just gonna talk about more S4s.
Okay, never mind. Don't talk.
Hey,
Talk.
no,
Say less.
but-
Say less.
But Timmy's brother did get an S4.
Oh, fuck, nobody cares, man.
That already has a brand new motor in it, covered under warranty. It's only got 3,000 miles, and it's already tuned 9085.
Are you done?
He got his intercooler on the way. It's got springs. It's...
Oh my god.
Okay, I have something fun to talk about, I guess.
I'm going to talk about electric cars. And
I'm not even gonna fucking, like, we're not even gonna record a full podcast anymore. What's gonna happen is we're gonna do a segment, and then I'm just gonna put in a clip that says, see episode fucking 64, where Timmy talks about his Audi for 20 minutes. And then we'll just keep referencing that. And save all these poor people having to listen to all this shit about how everybody and your fucking brother owns an Audi S4.
So in other cool news, just when I did go to 034 Motorsports Service Shop, which is called ZTF Automotive, it's basically like a fucking big ass warehouse building, like the size of a giant super Target, and there's nothing but like dealer stuff inside. Like there's multiple dealer detail shops, little motorsport business on this side. I walk through and there's a Heritage 4GT, a classic 356 that some guy's detailing. There's the waiting area was called like GT Auto Lounge, and there was a 997 GT3 RS, Ferraris, Shelby GT350s, like everywhere just for you to hang out with and look at. Now's their waiting area. It's like, it's just a fucking sick
What?
experience.
Are those like customer cars, or are those like cars that like they own?
I think they're part of this like GT Auto Lounge that's down there. I don't really know if it's like an auction site or what it really is. But they do events and stuff, but they were all just like behind like some, what do you call it? Just behind some
Glass.
I feel stupid.
Rope?
Not even glass. Yeah, just behind some ropes. But it was tight. Like Lauren and I literally just went to sit down to wait for the car, and all of a sudden, not even 10 minutes later, this dude pulls in a 997 GT3 RS and parks it and walks away. I was like, that's fucking tight. License plate says trust fund.
Shut the fuck
I
up.
fucking hate it here, bro.
Do you guys have a lot of auto clubs up there?
A lot of what?
Like, or auto lounges, not auto clubs.
No, in Sacramento, no.
There is one in Sacramento. I don't remember what it's called, but there is one. But I think it's in downtown area. I think.
I mean, for the rich people, you have like the yacht club.
Yeah.
That's the rich people in Rockland and Granite Bay. That's where the Speedster and 918 owners go.
Jesus.
Hmm.
There's a lot of that shit out here, Jay. There's one.
Stumbled upon one down here that was like an auto lounge / gun club.
Oh, okay.
It's a
Okay.
Yeah.
good flex.
But like when I walked in, they immediately were like, "Are you a member?" I was like, "Nah, I'm just checking it out." And they was like, "Oh, you have to be referred." And I was like, "What's the
Yeah, that's big boy money.
Yeah?" I was like, "What's the rate like if I get referred by somebody or some shit like that?" I think it was something like 12 or 15 a month or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they do like all these events where they go shooting and camping, and I was like, "All right, that's
Yeah, it's a country club. It's like being a part of a country club for golf or some shit. It's
Yeah.
It's also, I love that it's a fucking. So basically, that means there's a whiskey bar, cigars, cars, and guns. Which they should just call the place "Guys Being Dudes." You know what I mean? Because that's
low key.
like that's all it is. But it's like
Because I was totally like trying to look over, like when the girl stopped me at the front, like little entrance desk. I was totally like, "What are they doing back there?" And she's like, "Are you a member?" I was like, "No, but like, what's that back there parked in the corner? Can I just stroll around real quick?"
You just described the premise of like an early 2000s Will Smith movie. Just kind of people shit's like trying to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air your way into that fucking country club.
Yeah, I want to just see how far they'll let me go.
There's one here where they have like it's like so only members can store their vehicles there, right? But there's like a restaurant that's open to the public, and you can like walk around the garage because they're all roped off, right? So you can like walk around the garage and like see the cars and shit like that. And it's fucking huge, dude. It's like a 3-story building. It's like an old industrial building. But it's like those, like, honestly, I don't know if you guys have seen this shit. The Drift Mansion, me and Jay had talked about this.
Okay.
So
I don't have that much money.
No,
so many people have sent me that.
Dude, everybody and my mother has sent me the Drift Mansion. But
yeah.
You have to go with like 12 people to afford it.
Yeah, it's $3,000 a night. But
yeah.
Which sounds exorbitant.
It's a minimum of 3 nights.
Yeah, so it's $9,000. But it's but you have to think about like how much does it cost to rent a racetrack for 3 days? And how much does it cost to rent for all of those people to rent lodging for 3 days? And when you consider the fact that both things are on the same place, you know what I mean?
Pretty badass.
It's pretty bad, and it's got a garage, right? There's like a tire machine in that bitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's just, it kind of makes sense. Like at first when
it should come with a race car.
No, not for $3,000. Look at this fucking. Look at this. Look at this
Look
dude.
at Timmy.
I know.
Just pushing for more. It should come with a car too. Like I could show him to make a 350Z like ready for me to learn in the garage.
Yeah.
Drift match. White privilege. Your name is Timmy.
That's not Forza, dog. It's not Forza.
Yeah, right. I know this isn't Horizon, bitch.
It's barn find.
But like, check this shit out, bro. This shit is tight. And you just get to do this as long as you want. If you and your homies want to drift to like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning, you're in the middle of nowhere, you can do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Where is this?
I think that's what you're paying for. Because I'm doing some of the math in my head. Like if you rent out a lot of tracks in SoCal for 3 days, you're still not really.
You're not cracking $9,000.
Close to $9,000. Not even close.
No.
Where is it?
I actually don't know where this is.
I can't remember.
I don't think I've ever actually known, if I'm being honest.
They have the location on there. It's in.
It looks like Virginia or some
Ida,
shit.
Yucky, Zuri, something.
Ida, Yucky, Zuri. Yeah. Ida, Yucky, Zuri, indeed, my friend.
Look, there's even a playground for the children like me.
There's a pool. That's what I'm saying, dude. There's a pool. There's a tennis court. There's a playground. Like, there's a fucking mansion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. There's worse beats, dude. You know what I mean?
That's like if T-Pain decided to go on vacation with his family. It's like, you know what? I still want to get some seat time in.
And honestly, Jay, like, I would be down. Like, when the cars are together and running and it's like a feasible, if we could get enough heads together to get to do it, like, I I'd be fucking down. Like that'd be
That'd
fun
be
as
fun
fuck.
as hell.
Yeah, like 3 days of just sliding around with the homies, crashing into each other, being dickheads. It's like, oh, I'm hot.
They're all ragers.
Well, it's then it's like, oh, I'm hot from the track and the smoke. I'll just hop in the pool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just that. Yeah, I'm
Get a
down.
good night's sleep in the mansion and then wake up and start all over.
Out of it.
Just figure out fucking which dickhead is the first one to do a burnout. Wake everybody up. But yeah.
Right.
And I think it's cool too because like 3 nights is like really all you can physically do of that. Like you're done after 3 days, bro. Like I'm taking a day, you know what I'm saying? I'm taking 5 days off. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't doing shit.
You
Right.
gotta recuperate after that.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
But-
Like the last day, you're really just like burning off that last set of like itch and tires in the morning, and then you're packing it up slowly. You're just kind of chilling.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Just like, you know, draining shit if need be or whatever. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. What weekends are it?
Arkansas.
Is it in Arkansas? Right above your Oh, dude, we could go fucking Zach's already there, bro. We're gonna go fucking crash at Zach's house.
I would
Where is it
love
at? Kansas?
Drive that and take it.
Arkansas, which is actually not that far from me.
Yeah.
No, what if I drove past you? It was like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's real close. My old neighbor, his family's from out there. But like that's like those folks that have like condos and shit at like VIR. That's lightweight bucket list, dude. You just have a garage literally on the racetrack. You have a townhome just on the racetrack. And your driveway just goes onto the racetrack. You know what I'm saying? And you can just fucking use it whenever they're not doing events there and shit. But they're like millions of dollars.
Yeah, if somebody wants to buy me a house on the Thermal Club, I'm taking donations.
Yeah.
I'm taking donations.
It's like the boldness, even.
The
I'm just
caucasity.
saying,
I'm
nobody-
I can lie about
The
that.
caucasity, yeah. To ask for that.
Can we make a shirt that says that? Caucasity with the definition.
Yeah. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Asking for a free whip and a free house when you push an
Yeah.
Audi.
No, hold on. Wait. I'm writing this shit down.
Make sure you get the spelling right.
Did you lock that manual SS in? I did not lock the manual SS in, Zach. Not even close. We went the complete opposite direction, in fact.
We're getting a four banger.
Yeah, we're getting yet another Subaru, but we're doing a BRZ. It looks like I'm a little superstitious talking about it this much. I wasn't planning on it because I'm just one of those dudes. Because I worked at a car dealership. You never know what happens when you get in there. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I must say that when I sent you the picture, we got the used car of a fucking manual ZL1 and it was in black. That thing sounded so good. Oh, if I had $50,000 hairs to spend.
Dude, is that how much you sold it for?
No, it's still here. I have no idea how much it is.
It's gonna be 65 or 70.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, anywhere from like 58 to like low 60s, and then if it was a ZL1 1LE, it'll be in the 70s to 80s, depending on how many miles are on it. The fucking thing's a track weapon, dude. The 1LE is a weapon. You know what I mean? It's just an absolute fucking, especially if it's the automatic.
Oh, that was a manual.
Yeah, manuals are dope for a street car. Like I would rather have a ZL1 6-speed to push around on the street, but like if I was like, I'm gonna track the fuck out of this thing, I want the 1LE and I want the 10-speed. Because that 10-speed's money, dude. It's such a good transmission. Anything that can rev match a fucking supercharged V8 and not grenade itself is fucking all right with me.
It's funny. I was looking at it and it had paddle shifters for rev matching, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
And so you turn it on and off.
That's all it is. It's just on and off.
Oh, was that what's in Chris Kid's car?
Yeah. So when I drove Chris Kid's car, he's like, let me turn this shit on for you. And I looked him dead in his face and I just turned it back off. I was like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Hey, Alex.
Yeah.
Look what he just said in the chat.
Building my buddy's 410 stroker CTSV coupe, 88 millimeter turbo with AC, but you have. It's the South, bro. Dude, fuck anybody who says they're pushed. Yeah, listen. It's too fucking hot out here, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna have AC in my shit. Like,
yeah, I didn't take the AC out of the convertible yet.
Thank you, because I'm not taking it out.
Oh, and the Bluetooth works.
Nice.
What?
Alex couldn't get the Bluetooth to work on his old Subaru,
So hopefully it's more reliable. So it just needs a water pump.
Yep.
Just replace
The
the
water
bells.
pump's in the car.
It's in the car. So I just need to put
Why
in the
is
water
haven't
pump.
had time to
in
take
the
it
box?
apart. I just haven't had time to take it to do it. I started one day and then something else happened, and I was like, all right, I'll do it tomorrow, and then
Tomorrow never came.
Yeah.
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 Today, long later, getting it out.
Day long later.
That's really what it is. I could fix it and sell it, or I could just let my buddy have it.
No, I wasn't gonna sell it.
You were just gonna keep it forever.
Well, I sent you pictures of what I actually wanted to do to it, but
He was gonna hood bang it out, and I was here for it. That thing was gonna be tight.
yeah.
I'm probably gonna go a little. It's probably gonna end up black with clear tails and chrome rims. Like I'm just gonna go real. Yeah.
I might do chrome rims after on the coupe after a while. After I get like comfortable in it, and I'm like,
I'm just gonna get some cheap, not chromes, like some cheap polished wheels. You know what I mean? Like some ESRs or some shit. So if I break it in half, I don't give a fuck. I just want the aesthetic from 20 feet, and then you roll up on them like, oh, they're fake. You're like, yeah. Like it's a drift car. I'm not putting $4,000 wheels on a fucking. I'm not doing this.
What?
Nah, I'm not. I am that dude who will it's just a rabbit hole. Just,
Yeah.
It'll just be more and more and more money. And I'm just like, no, you're just going to put cheap parts on the car unless it has to be expensive. Right? Like if it's like an angle kit, like I'm going to spend money on suspension parts for shit like that because I don't want them to come apart. But I'm not spending money on wheels. I'm not spending money on a body kit. I'm not spending money on paint. I'm going to wrap it in the garage. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Beater's a beater, homie.
nah, I just want to drive it.
I gave the front bumper of my car away to one of my coworkers because he has the same car, but somebody bumped him and took his bump. He's like, dude, do you have a spare bumper? And I was like, yeah, I don't have to have a bumper at the track. Less shit for me to worry about. Yeah, go
Just
ahead,
put a
take
bash bar in the front and fucking send it, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
Mike and I are walking the paddock at the track and everything back to the cars from the clubhouse. And there's literally one of the dudes that's doing a drift session with a 350Z and the whole front end is fucking lifted and he's by himself.
Yep.
And he's lifting this bitch up, bumpers off. He's got parts everywhere.
Yep.
Like, dude, that is way too much fucking work for a track day by yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
That's why I'm
okay.
not trying to have any of that.
No, you gotta. Yeah, if you're gonna
Yeah,
run
your
like
bumper comes off on the track, you got to go back out. You got to run back out there and get it. And you're always going to end up on somebody's fucking video looking goofy,
Fucking hella stupid.
running across the track with your
Look at
big
this
ass helmet.
unprepared motherfucker.
Yeah.
Because we all would be doing the same shit. This motherfucker.
Fucking
look at this
idiot.
fucking asshole. Look at him.
Dumbass, hit the
Yeah.
wall.
So it's like, fuck it. You don't have to have them. I'm just not going to take them.
That's
Fast far and go.
That's my favorite thing about drift cars, like ever, is that, especially the ones that are almost exclusively trailered to and from the track, is that dudes will still run like BN sport kits on them, right? So it looks super low when they pull it off the trailer, and then they'll pull the fucking bumpers off before the car ever hits the track.
Right.
Or they'll do like one or two runs when nobody's out there.
Yep.
Have their people like videotape it, and then as soon as like they start running tandems or group sesh,
Bumpers off.
everything's like
Yeah.
take all that shit off.
But you cut the fucking zip ties, you just pull the fucking bumper off,
Yeah.
zip tie that bitch back
Yeah,
on, you're done.
now the three pieces come off, and you start running all these dummies and these stock 240 wheels. It's like,
This one was just fucking playing. No,
we just
he
like
was
the
not, sir.
we just like the
Yeah.
flex, bro. We just gotta let you know we got it. You know, like I got it. I ain't gonna use it, but I got it.
but but then you see the guys who just they got it and they just keep it on there, and when something comes off, like even they make that face like, oh shit. It's like, yeah,
Because it's always that this was the time, right? Because I feel like with that type shit, it's like we got away with it. Oh, we got away with it again.
Yeah.
Oh, we got away with it
Yeah.
again. I didn't get away with this.
Yeah. Damn it.
And now that
it's just that one night you forget that you're driving on three pieces, and
bang the curb,
that
you're
you
just
got
fucking
your body kit on, and you take a really hot entry at at a track that has a slide off, and yeah, you just leave your
Or
side skirts in there.
you drop a wheel. You drop a wheel on the entry at Adams.
Oof.
So there's an entry at
And you just
Adams
leave
Race.
your side skirts at Adams.
So there's an entry at it's the one where you've seen the vet do the 360 into it, right? And the
Well, which one? Because Apple Valley, there's a vet.
thank you. It's Apple Valley. It's not Adams. I got it confused. Yeah. So at Apple, yeah. So it's the hairpin, right? It's the same place Hurt lost his hood and like all the other shit. Yeah. So, but that hairpin has been wheel dropped so many times that it's just pushed all the dirt away. And there's like where the concrete and the asphalt kind of pick up on the other side. There's now just like a 3 or 4 just curb. And you see this.
Well, they repaved it.
Did they finally fix it? Because there's some gnarly videos of wheels drops at that spot.
Months ago, and they repaved a lot of it because now they have like the skid pad is huge.
Is it? That's tight. Oh,
I did not expect it. The skid, like if you hit something on the skid pad, you were doing too much. Like the skid
not allowed
pad
to be in a car. Oh yeah, see. Even Zach said same shit. They repaved it. So, but anyway, before there was a nasty wheel drop, and like it would like destroy rims. And there's actually a video, somebody in a vet, and their wheel just hits it and somehow survives, but it looks like the wheel goes up in the most violent fashion I've ever seen like something do and not break. It was fucking wild. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to do that with some fucking $4,000 wheels on, man. That shit would break my heart.
Yeah.
That's why it was refreshing to hear Gurney say he runs shitty wheels. Not shitty wheels, but he runs,
Runs cheap wheels.
Inexpensive wheels.
Dude, I remember, what was the guy's name? He had the he had the orange Miata. He's in Formula D.
Danny George?
Danny George.
I remember
when I saw the video of that guy at Formula D on the side of the road at Formula D spray painting his competition wheels. I was like, oh, okay. It don't matter.
He's a real motherfucker. He's a real motherfucker, that guy. So this is actually a cool story. So on his competition car, his hood had a wrap on it, and it was a bunch of little photos. And it was everybody who donated to his drift program. It was like 100% donation based. Yeah, and he like made it. He got a license. Like he got in. He ran almost a whole season. He didn't he wasn't competitive. His car was slow as fuck.
He ran a couple of seasons because remember he ran the season before like he put that wrap on there when it was just a straight orange car. Remember he did the videos where he had the dildo fucking e-brake.
Yes. Yeah. How could I forget the dildo e-brake?
Yeah, why would you forget?
Why would I possibly block that out from my memory forever?
Right.
Dude, there's been like nothing going on in automotive like that's been really interesting, and it's kind of bumming me out.
No, it really hasn't.
Like Ricardo's back, which is cool.
I'm excited.
Good for you.
It'll be fun. It's
kind of a bummer he got knocked all the way the fuck down to AlphaTauri, but I mean, not surprising considering he's been sucking mad dicks the last couple calendar years. So.
Yep.
But yeah, like other than
Max Verstappen is just fucking killing it.
Yeah, that dude will. It's just.
You kind of have to if that's your name.
Verstappen.
Verstappen.
Does it again.
Max Verstappen. Like you either got to be like if you choose to not be a lawyer or you gotta be a beast at like what's your name, Max Verstappen? What do you do? Race car driver. You're good, right?
Yeah. What do you do, Max Verstappen? What are you? I'm a security guard at a mall. Yeah.
I'm a security guard.
If that's your security guard, you're like, how many times have you been reported?
Serve and protect, baby. Serve and protect.
Of course.
Oh shit, dude. Yeah, the most interesting
She
automotive
that old lady. Hey, she looked at me crazy.
What's that Serve and Protect, that movie with Seth Rogen where he's absolutely out of his mind?
That is a great movie.
It is. The most interesting car conversation I had this week, and this is how little is going on in the automotive space, it isn't specifically in racing, was about how interesting it is how many companies are adopting the Tesla charger and like what that does to the market. That was it. And it was a really nerdy fucking conversation. And I'm just like, it's kind of a bummer, dude. You know, like, I mean, FD's going down. There was some interesting shit that happened there, but that's me and Jamal talking for 20 minutes about drifting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, nothing really has been
I think.
cracking. I saw some like goofy shit about
Yeah, cool, man. Oh, the
Yeah,
biggest gas station in America open. Cool. That's where we're at. Fucking.
where.
Welcome to the Red Match Podcast. Have a great night. I don't know. It's fucking Texas or something. Just a Bucky's, dude. You know what I mean? Like, these things are fucking wild.
Hold please. We did get this fucking stupid ass e-tron at work the other day.
Oh my god, I want to see.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
Seeing that-
like I feel like this feels like it's a fucking Kragen special.
It smells like a what special?
I feel like it's a Kragen special.
What does that mean?
I know.
You'll
What's
see. You'll
You
see.
said, will I see?
Yeah, you'll see.
Use the latest version of the app to see this type of message. I will not see.
If you're sending more than one photo, you can't do it, Mike. You have to send one photo at a time.
Instagram's fucking dumb.
That is correct.
Oh, what the fuck is that piece of shit?
Thank you.
That's the ugliest fucking thing I have ever seen.
And so this is a special edition. This is 1 out of 78 that's ever produced this way.
So people are paying extra money for this thing?
Dog.
A lot. It's like 30.
But
grand
you said it's the
option.
Kragen special, like
What does
So
that mean?
if you go to the front bumper,
Okay.
If you look at the front bumper and you like really zoom in on it, it looks like someone fucking pulled those little fins off, plastic dipped them, and put them back on the fucking car. Like it is so bad how it actually like the picture kind of does it justice or doesn't do it justice, but like it is so bad. That is an e-tron GT RS, so that's like the highest model that you can get, which is already like 150, 160.
Yeah.
Oh,
That package is over $32,000 of what they did to that car. They won $187,000 for that car with no dealer markup.
$187,000
There's
for a car
no-
that used.
You could literally
there's
walk up to
plastic dip on?
all that wrap shit that's on it. You could peel it off.
people are fucking dumb.
But that's ignorance of like these manufacturers like Audi. Like, oh, we're going to make this limited edition.
But somebody's gonna buy it, so they're not wrong.
Is it ignorance if people buy it?
That's what I'm saying. No,
Is
it's
it
not. I
the
don't.
manufacturer or is it the
No,
consumer?
what'll happen with
It's the
that car is
consumer.
that car will sit on the fucking lot. Nobody will buy it. It'll sit too fucking long, and they'll start just discounting the shit out of that thing.
You think so?
We did it to Porsche exclusive cars all the time, dude. We had a $145,000 Macan Turbo S.
Never.
Dude, Macan Turbo will run you like 80 to 90.
Yeah.
It was 145. Like that bitch sat there for a year and a half before they finally just discounted the fuck out of it and got it the hell out of the show because they made us take the car.
It didn't look all ugly and stuff. I mean, it was a great car, but that one salesperson there was there for a little bit named Cody fucking sold this lady. She ordered a base Boxster with every option.
Oh, yeah.
Meaning it was a $95,000 base model.
What?
No, you could have bought a Boxster S, added like 10
What
grand,
is
and did it in
wrong
the
with
same fucking
people?
car.
Like why?
What
Why
is
did
that?
you do
Oh
this?
my god!
Dude,
Oh, what is?
I wish I still had the pictures from when I went to training and they had Porsche exclusive. And like the amount of bullshit that people put in their cars. There was a dude that made his fortune on McDonald's. So he had a yellow Cayenne,
Oh,
red
dude,
and
I-
white interior. I'm not kidding you. They built his car.
No.
Yep.
They made him pay the entire thing up front. It's non-refundable.
Yeah.
They're making the car.
You
It
eat
was
that bill.
McDonald's. It was McDonald's yellow with the white and red interior. Not playing.
That's like if you guys have seen Worst Spec on Instagram, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, dude, Worst
Oh,
Spec is
bro.
my favorite, dude.
Or there was a dude that had.
Is there like
he
a
had
Mary Kay thing where it's like if you own a McDonald's or something and you buy a car off
They
right
give
here?
you
your fry money, like you gotta get it painted. Like
Your fry money.
This motherfucker said you're fry money.
it's that fry paper right here.
That's why they only give you one sauce pack of cook, because they got the more
Right.
the more
The
sauce they
markup.
have, the more sauce they have in stock at the end of the year. That's their fry money. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's part of the reason I stopped going to McDonald's. You can't give me a 20-piece chicken nugget and give me like 3 fucking sauces. Like, what,
Bro,
are
we
you
went.
serious with this shit?
Oh, thank you.
Okay, no, I have an
Who
even
the
more.
fuck are you think you're eating these chicken nuggets?
I have
One
a-
sauce for 4 nuggets, bitch.
I have an even more egregious example than this.
Jesus,
We-
Timmy.
We went.
Dude, I'm sorry.
Well, we went to go see Cody. Me, my brother-in-law, his girlfriend, and my wife went to go see Cody in Cambria a few years back. Me and her brother-in-law got fucking stoned out of our minds, right? Anyway, I was like, we should get the 100-piece chicken McNugget. I was like, we should just do it, right? And they were like, fuck it, send it. And we're all in my Ford Fiesta or some shit, right? So we roll up, and I was like, give me a 100-piece chicken nugget. And they're like, what 8 sauces do you want? And I was like, fuck you, dude. Give me more sauces.
8 sauces?
Sauces.
Oh,
Wait,
Bro,
I
you
love
put all
they
the
all-
peanut sauces in my bag, bro. I need all of it.
Like,
Like,
they
I'm gonna
already
smother them
knew
shits and
what
toss
8
that shit.
sauces.
Shake and bake,
I've got
baby.
100 nuggets. You can't at least give me 10 sauces? Like,
like no 8. 8.
8. You get 8 sauces.
Alex,
That's a horrible
Andrew's singing
ratio.
for you.
Oh my god.
He's singing for you.
You could have been all I want.
If anybody
dude.
listens, Coheed.
Yeah, if you guys don't listen to Coheed, if you guys never played Rock Band ever,
Thank you. My other brother, Andrew would play the guitar, I would play the drums, and my other brother would sing that shit.
So-
And he would totally grab his balls.
Dude's voice is mad high, Jamal. If you've never heard this song, I don't know if you know this, but right around when that was going on, because "Welcome Home" was like the most played track on,
Yep.
like, they would have people come up on stage and play the drums to it.
No
Because,
shit.
and because the Rock Band like rendition is actually pretty fucking close. Like, you just have to transpose where the cymbals and the toms are. But like, these fucking random kids would like know how to play this shit front to back, so they would just bring them on stage and fucking let them do it. It was fucking hilarious. What's Zach DMing me?
Isn't that because of Prince?
What does Prince have
So
to
like
do with it?
so they wanted to use one of Prince's songs in Guitar Hero, and he was like, he asked him to see the like guitar, and was like, nah, like if you're not gonna teach people how to actually play, I don't want no parts of this shit. And then Rock Band came out
That sounds like some
with
spread
like
shit.
the more
Yeah.
realistic version, and a lot of like more mainstream artists were like, yeah, we'll fuck with that if you're gonna actually teach people how to like play the instrument.
I'm down. I'm fuck with that. Damn, Zach just sent me an old ass photo, Jay.
But I used to play fucking that shit was easy. Just button smash and
Dude, listen. I used to get high and play that game for hours. Look at my old 240.
Yeah.
Look at this shit. Oh, it won't let me zoom. We're gonna end on this. So you can't see from this photo, but this door is black. The rest of the car is red, but this specific door is black.
yeah, that one door.
The hatch is also
Kinda tell.
the hatch is also black. And I don't know if you can make this out, but there's a gnarly dent right here, and so this is a giant Band-Aid sticker that goes
Oh,
over.
nice.
It's
Very
like-
nice.
I walked
I remember
into-
that was supposed to be temporary.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get it fixed. I never got fixed.
We were all like, once you put a Band-Aid on there, you're never gonna get it fixed. He's like, no, I'm not gonna leave that shit on there.
Sometimes
I
I
hate
actually-
4 years later.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm glad Mike showed me this guy that had a small chip or something on his S4, and he used a 034 Motorsport sticker to cover it as a Band-Aid. I think I'm gonna do that on my my little front lip, the silver thing that's been dented for 2 years.
Because it got scraped.
Yeah.
Did you run into a parking curb?
No, I was actually on the freeway. Like something I couldn't avoid on the freeway, and just fucking thunk.
Where
That
did
was
that?
when I worked at fucking Porsche. That was a long time ago.
So to answer Zach's question, and we'll probably wrap up on this because we've been doing this for a while and I'm running out of things to talk about. Just gonna be honest with you. So where did that 240 go? I called that 240 sprinkles, by the way, because there's like 3 different colors. So the brakes locked up on the freeway and caught on fire. So I sold it to Moses. I don't know if you remember Moses. And then I think shortly after he got it, it blew the input shaft in the transmission. I think Joseph Kella owned it for a little while. Who was another homie from back in the hood we used to do stupid shit in cars with. And then after that, I don't know what happened to it. It probably got fucking trashed somewhere.
Nice.
So, yeah. It was like the last
nice.
clean S13 dash in Southern California. And now it's fucking probably a pile of junk somewhere.
Fucking Alex.
Rest of the car was a turd anyway. Anyway, man.
Everybody track your cars. Don't be
Everybody,
afraid.
yeah, don't be afraid because we've all had such good luck tracking.
No,
our
just
cars.
be nice. Be nice to your cars, but go have fun. Just go have fun. Like have the experience.
Use your performance vehicles the way they were designed to be used.
As Timmy is sending me track day information on the side.
I just got that email. They just announced that new track day.
Oh my
August
god.
25th, 26th.
All right. Anyway, we appreciate you guys hanging out. The chat was alive tonight. That was fun. We appreciate you guys all for hanging. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with someone. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We always do. Until the meantime, like, subscribe, redmatchpodcast.com. Purchase shit that's being sold there so we can feed our families. If they starve this winter, it's for you.
Yeah, you see this? This cat? It needs food. It's fat already, but it needs more food.
Yeah. It's wasting away.
Mitch, are you talking about me?
Okay. And on that Dr. Doolittle of a moment, we will catch you guys next time. Peace out.